Well, I'm Ranger Kooky, and I'm going to talk about different types of homeless people. What are they? Which ones we hate the most? Which one we like the most? So let's go over a couple of types of homeless people that we have here in Louisiana. We have the one who has different personalities or schizophrenic, and they can't find a job, so they become homeless and beg on the street. Then we got our veterans who've been in war. They can't work because they're TBD or whatever how you say that. They get stressed out and they become homeless. We have the alcoholic homeless, which they drink alcohol, they become mad or just drink. They got these free spirit type of homeless. Somebody like me doesn't like bills, water bill, light bill, sewage bill, this bill, house note bill. That's another type of homeless people we have out here. We also have the strong drug users out here also. And people despise homeless people here in Louisiana, not like most states. Let's see, we got veteran homeless, we got the drunk homeless, the drug addict homeless, the free spirit homeless, and we got the fake homeless. That's the ones who have $1 million home, come out here and beg for money so they can pay their bills. That's the homeless we do not like the most. The ones that are not supposed to be out here homeless is our veterans, but somehow they're out here too on the street begging for money because they're homeless or the government's not giving them enough money to pay their bills. I've seen this already. A couple of people who look like veterans come out here in wheelchairs and beg for money. One or two things, the government can give you a home, let you have it for free, but yet you got no income except for maybe food stamps or a a check coming in, a Social Security. If you don't have that, you gotta beg for money. So not everybody's kind of homeless out here. Fuzzies out here is completely homeless. Some of them use charity as an advantage to get money to buy drugs or pay for the extra expense the government's not giving them. Now, I want to put you over, and he's going to explain the homeless in his state.
So, we have homeless.
Wait, you got to introduce yourself. Who are you?
Oh, alrighty. Thumper. So,
Back to makeup a little bit. There you go.
So, the homeless, we don't have homeless in Utah. We have houseless. Houseless are those that have a job, have expensive cars, but live in a tent. So the way this works is, say you go to Salt Lake City and you're hungry. You go into the gas station and say, hey, I'm hungry. I'm kind of down on my luck. There you go. They'll give you a full plate. The same plate that the person's going to pay for, you're going to get for free because the Mormon church picks the bill up. So if I will eat the same meal as the person that's paying. You can be houseless or have a job. There is no judgment on you. So I will get the same plate as the person that's working. And I can get an apartment, let's just say $600, all utilities paid, food for a year under the food bank, delivered to my door. I will get a job making $2,600 every 2 weeks, and I can still put a tent on the property that's not mine. It can be anywhere. Go to work. The owner of the franchise will not say anything because here in Louisiana, it's judgment. But in Utah, there is no judgment. They don't compete against anybody for nothing. You are you, and I am me. So you can live in the desert with the buddy system, set a tent up all summer, but winter will weed you out because it gets 10 degrees. So you'll save every dime and live free. Here, you can't do that. You put a tent up, the cops are gonna be telling you gotta move it. You're driving along the road, the cops are staked out along the road, ready to give you a ticket for a burned out light over your plate. In Salt Lake City, Utah, nope. Cops, you have to call them. So the way this works is, say I dial 911. When the cops come out, you'll receive a bill in the mail. From the time that they came on, you'll write your statement, everything that happened to the time they leave, you get a bill. Here in Louisiana, you dial 911, it's for free. There you got to pay for it.
So, questions for you. Over there, if anything fenced, you can't camp on
Yeah,
it.
so anything fenced, it's private property. Anything without a fence is your land.
So,
No, regardless of where you come from, it is your land.
so basically anything in Utah, you can camp, sleep.
On park on side of road, anywhere, as long as there's no fence, it's your land.
So here in Louisiana, everybody's judging you because you're homeless, or you want to be homeless, or you'd like to be homeless. And over there, you can be homeless and still live a good life because you get $26 an hour.
Right. So minimum wage starts at 19 to 20. It's either 19 or 20. With a person with experience, you can make up $26 to $30 an hour. And then you do the math every 2 weeks. So the way this works is, say you move into the city and there's the church. Usually the temple is in Salt Lake City, and Salt Lake City is a main city. So you will go to the Salt Lake City, to the temple. And when you get there, you will meet people, and people will get you these jobs and get you everything you need. So you won't be homeless, you'll be houseless. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they'll set you up, and so all your income goes to the church, and then the church sends you your check. They automatically take a tithing out regardless. So it's a good thing in one way, but it's a bad thing because the people say, hey, I don't want my money going to church. But during the winter, the church picks all the bills up for people's energy. People that you got to remember, when you get there, you're not going to have a job. You're not going to have a lot. So these people are giving to you, and in return, you're going to give back.
All right, so back to the people or homeless, like I was saying earlier, they got people who do drugs and they can't handle themselves at work. Or some people just don't want to work. It's very few people who don't work. For example, I work 13 hours a day, and I live like I like. So, and there's other people who make way more money, both of us put together, in a few hours to stand on the side of the road.
Right.
Some of them use the money for drugs, because I've seen it firsthand. Some of them use it for food, which I also seen firsthand. I've seen a lot of things happen over time. The last 5 years, I've been doing the homeless videos. So if you become homeless, expect these things to do. Now, another thing I want to say, if you're a kid in the bottom of a basement at your mom's house, you're basically homeless in my book. That's how I see it. If you're paying rent, I still believe you're homeless because you don't own a home or mortgage. Now, if you have a mortgage, you own a home. You're not homeless. So in reality, almost everybody I know is homeless, even though they got a home. But that's how different people think. What's the difference?
Yeah, go ahead. So, let's say you're in Salt Lake City, and you go to this facility and say, hey, I need a long sleeve and a pair of pants. They will give it to you. If you on the side of the road and you're down on your luck, people will say, hey, I have some leftover food. Here you go. They give it. You never have to ask. And I've seen a situation where one day I was heading to work, and my helper gave this guy $50. And I said, man, why'd you give the guy $50? He says, it's my responsibility to help him until he gets on his feet. And I said, well, what if this guy never gets on his feet? He says, well, I did my part. Here in Louisiana, they would never do that.
That's religion. People, if y'all do give homeless people, you're blessed. And I gave money away one time, and I found a $100 bill later on. So if you want to give money to these homeless people, you can, to be blessed. If you don't want to give money to these people because you think they're going to use it for different things you don't like, well, you're still going to be blessed, regardless what they use this money for.
Right. Because
So-
you did your part.
You did your part in a religious way,
Right.
or just karma, the circle of life, always bites you in the ass. So when you talk bad about somebody, something bad will happen to you. So the different types of homeless people we have, the alcoholics, they don't want to get a job because they can't handle a job, or they don't want a job. And if you give these people money, they might use it for drugs, alcohol, or food.
And the difference between the two states. Louisiana is a judging state, but Utah is not a judgment state. Utah is an open, accept you state. They accept everybody. They don't care where you from, what gender you are. There's 52 genders. They don't care. They do not discriminate. And you'd be like, man, that's such a good state. But I gotta warn you, they are crazy.
All right. I'm sorry for going back and forth with different topics, but I'm trying to just to let y'all know there's different types of people who's homeless and why they're homeless and why they want to be homeless. The guy the camp I showed y'all, Chuck's camp, he wants to be this way. He's been doing it for 26 years. Him and his daughter travel different states. They find a spot like this. They stay there for a while. Then if they think they need to move on, they move on. They move on to the next state or another part of the country and hope for the best. And that's how some places are. They like I said, there's different types of homeless people. Some of them do drugs, some of them do alcohol, some are free spirits, some don't want to pay that bill. So I don't blame them. So there's your different types of homeless. And remember, the one we hate the most is the fake ones. The fake ones, they got that Rolls Royce right on the other side of the road, parked, waiting for them to get back in their car to go home because they got your money. Then they got the true homeless people. So if you want to give your money to them, you can always ask them, where's your camp at? If they might say the government supplied the money, because the government do find a few people out here and give them a home, but they need that extra money to buy food and their addictions. So that's why they're out there, hey, give me some money, give me some money. Then that court's always open. So if you want to give your money and get blessed, go ahead. It's on you. But remember, there's all kinds of homeless people. We got our veterans out there sometimes trying to get extra money to pay that extra bill they have. They got the drug users, the alcoholic users, and the free spirits ones just need money. Some of the free spirits get a check in the month. Some of them don't, but they still need that extra money. All right, I'm Ranger Kooky, and this is
Captain Thumper.
We're going to say goodbye. This video is way too long now. And this, always remember, there's people, we're all human beings. We all make mistakes. We all have different agreements and disagreements. So always remember that. Just be careful who you give your money to. But remember, all homeless people are not out there to kill you, murder you, or hurt you. They just want to live a life just like you. Be left alone. Let them do their thing. Don't bother them at their camp because they will go berserk on you. Depends on the person. So just be aware of those things. If you do ask about where their camp at, they might be a little like personal about their camp, or a homeless in denial like me, maybe. You never know. All right. See y'all later. If you have any questions, comment below about the type of homeless people you don't like and the ones you do like. But the only ones I hate is the fake homeless people who come out here to get money for free and they got $1 million mansion somewhere. All right. Ranger Kooky. See y'all later. Ruff.